Please like, subscribe, and be sure to click that bell button for regular and exciting indie film content and your chance to be the first to engage with the Liftoff Global Network of Film Festivals as we embark on launching the careers of the filmmakers of tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we are looking at the Austin Liftoff Film Festival and the second roundup for this festival. There's a few things I'd like to cover before we get into the stream, and if you are watching this live, the chat room is now open, so do feel free to leave any comments there and I will do my best to answer them as the stream progresses. But we are introducing a little bit of Liftoff news moving forward in the stream, so I'm just going to start by sharing some information on that. So there we have it, Liftoff news. And I have a feeling that one of the points I'm going to be sitting right in the middle of, but it will be absolutely fine. So the Liftoff news, this is where we give a little roundup of what is ahead for this week. So it's currently Monday, the 17th of April, and we'll be looking at events that are taking place here at Liftoff until next Monday, and then we'll do the same. So a couple of things that I'd like to mention here. So the first thing I'd like to mention is that the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival is currently in the network round. It went live in the network round last Wednesday and it will finish this Wednesday, the 19th of April at 6 p.m. So if you are a Liftoff member, an officially selected filmmaker from either the Manchester Festival or the Austin Festival or any of the festivals, then you have access to watch these fantastic films that have made it through into the network round for the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival. So that's point number one that I wanted to share. The next point that I wanted to share is that the March Sessions winners announcement will be taking place this Thursday. So if you have taken part in the March Sessions Festival, then we will be announcing the features winner along with the short winner via email. So please do keep an eye out on all of your emails for this communication. The final point I wanted to mention is that the notifications for the Tokyo Liftoff Film Festival go out this Thursday also. So that is Thursday the 20th of April. Please check your film freeways. Please check your inboxes as the notifications are going out. We have had some incredible projects from the Tokyo Festival, including lots of scripts and features, shorts, narratives, you name it. They are some strong films in the Tokyo Festival. So we look forward to seeing who is selected and who is taking part in the Tokyo Liftoff Film Festival. So that's a little roundup that we're going to be doing moving forward. Boom, 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 boom. But today's festival is all about the Austin Liftoff Film Festival. Today's roundup is all about the Austin Liftoff Film Festival. So how this works is that we're going to be looking at each of the pages that are taking part in the Austin Liftoff Film Festival, each of the programs, breaking down some of the statistics and looking at the films that are currently in the lead for the audience round of the festival. So just to bear in mind, the audience round is where we have our audience voting for their two favourite films, but at the same time as our audience are voting for their films, the Liftoff judges are going through all of the programs, all of the films, every single film, no stone is left unturned, and they will also be putting their favourite films into their network round as well. So there will be two films from the audience round that will be going through from each page, and then also the judges' favourite films as well. So that's how it works. I'm going to show you a little clip now on the best way to place your votes. So here that is. Our online festivals are designed to bring much needed new eyes to true indie film. They are a tried and tested method of providing a platform of diverse work to a large audience. The voting process is specifically created to engage people with the collection. Once you purchase the program, to watch the films you'll be sent a ticket email which contains your personal link to sign up to the festival, along with your voting code and link. Before the festival closes, head to the email again to cast your vote. Entering the code in the email will give you access to the form, which will then ask you to select your two favourite films and provide some feedback on the projects. Throughout the festival, we'll be running events on our YouTube channel, such as live festival updates, free workshops and promotional filmmaker interviews. Filmmakers will also receive daily updates from the festival. Fantastic. So if you have any questions on how to vote, then please put them in the chat or in the comments below and we will answer those as we progress in the stream. Perfect. So the first page that we are going to look at, no, we're not. We're actually going to look at a little bit of the rundown of the Austin Lifter Film Festival. So if I move along, so festival activities here. So there is lots of things happening for the Austin Lifter Film Festival. And some of these things that you can see on the screen have already taken place. I'm just going to have a quick glance over here. So the next thing that is taking place on the 18th of April, which is tomorrow, is the focus group for all the filmmakers that are taking part in the Austin Festival. Those that have applied have now received their links. We will also be doing a last minute application look. So if anyone else has applied since the last time we sent communication, you will also be invited today to take part in the focus group. This is a fantastic opportunity to meet the other filmmakers that are taking part in the festival, but also after the focus group, there's an opportunity to share your film and receive feedback from your contemporaries in that group, which is another great way to get an understanding of how your film is doing from a different perspective and a different audience from maybe what you're used to. Then after that, we have the final, or the last look stream, which will be hosted by Carolyn and Lloyd. They did their first look stream last week, and now next week they'll be doing, or at the end of this week, they'll be doing their last looks. The following, they'll be taking a look at funding. I know that says slightly differently on the poster there, but that has just switched around, done a little switcheroo. There is an online networking event on the 26th of April. So we've had a lot of applicants, I think 12 or so far. We do cap this event at 16. So if you are interested at joining this event, then please make sure to get your applications in ASAP. There will be a reminder email going out today to register for this event if you are taking part in the Austin Festival. Again, a fantastic way to share your work. It doesn't have to be the same work that you're screening with in the festival. It can be anything that you'd like, a personal show reel, an actor's show reel, director's show reel. It could be anything that you'd like to share. That reel is 1 minute long, and then you'll have an opportunity to get into rooms with one-on-one conversations with you all in different rooms within the call. It's really, really interesting, and I cannot wait to do this. We've done these live, and they are just the best events that we do. I absolutely love them. Okay, so that is what is happening here at Lift Up. So we're going to start with the local filmmakers for the Austin Festival. So we're just going to grab up the statistics here. So we've had 468 playthroughs on this page. We've had 106 votes in so far, with an audience of around 120, which is fantastic. This is the second roundup that we're doing, and seeing numbers this high is very, very promising. So thank you to everyone who's taking part, and well done to our filmmakers that are about to be announced. The first film we are going to announce is Smile Now, Cry Later, which is on a whopping 37 votes. This is directed by Keanu Corando from the USA, from Texas. And the story follows Joey, who is at a low point in his life. Struggling to keep his mental health afloat, he has a lingering desire to take psychedelics to mask his pains when he has to reconnect with a long-term friend, Lila, who gives him the strength to see past his fears. He then decides to take LSD to confront the inner demons instead of running away from them. So well done to Keanu. This is on 37 votes. Closely behind, very closely behind, in fact, on 35 votes, we had the Story of Samsung by Lonzo Young. This is an animation which is directed by Ralon Wiley from the USA. This is a short animated film based on the life of the biblical figure Samson. This story is narrated in rhythmic, urban, poetic fashion. Up next, we have What About Molly, and this is on 28 votes. Another film from the Texas area directed by Sean LaFollette from USA. And this is a story that follows Molly. So losing the love of her life, Molly is forced to move in with her best friend Charlene and husband Bob. Unclear as to why they broke up, the foul-mouthed Charlene travels to Kyle's home in search of answers. Getting more than she bargained for, Charlene meets Sarah, the other woman, and decides to hide the knowledge from Molly. So there we have it. Up next, we have the Trendsetter Shorts. This page is doing extremely well. It's had 661 playthroughs. We have had 90 votes in so far, and of an audience of 76, to be precise. In pole position, we have Download My Heart in the Metaverse on 18 votes. This is directed by Mo Rebeck from the USA. It is the world's first music video based on the metaverse. The film takes the audience on a grand musical tour of the metaverse, and it's part of the Download My Heart series by #Queens. Then up next, we have Devil's Income, which is on 11 votes. So not far behind. This is also a film from the USA, and it is by Danny Humphrey. Sonny, an unemployed gambling degenerate, loses everything in a game of Texas Hold'em. With the threat of death lingering over Sonny's head, he has 24 hours to pay his debt to Siggy, the leader of a biker gang. In desperation, Sonny reaches out to his brother, Vonnie, an ex-gang member, to help Sonny to clear his debt. So the final page I'm going to mention here today is our features page. Again, as a features collection, this film is doing extremely well. It has had 208 playthroughs. It's got 42 votes in so far, and with an audience around 50, which is fantastic. So the first film I'm going to mention here is Back at It, and this is currently on 15 votes. This is from a filmmaker based in the United States called Mikhail Karamolik. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Back at It follows a diverse group of working comedians as they navigate the New York City in the wake of the COVID pandemic. With all comedy clubs, bars and restaurants shut, these entertainers take to the streets, rooftops, parks and digital spaces to keep their comedy alive. This documentary takes a look at all of this, and it is a wonderful, wonderful documentary. The next project we are going to announce is The Ones Left Behind, The Plight of the Single Mothers in Japan, which is on 4 votes. This is directed by Ronnie McAvoy from Japan. This documentary talks about the themes of hidden poverty that has occurred in spite of Japan's rapid economic growth in such a short period of time immediate following World War II. The film covers the suffering and hardship of single mothers, which has never been talked about before, from various angles, and unravels the cause of unequal social backgrounds that people are unaware of. The next film I'm going to mention is also on 4 votes, and that is Shackleton's Cabin. 4 votes, directed by Sean Brennan from Ireland. Ernest Shackleton died in his cabin in 1922 while on board the Quest, whilst with the final expedition, 100 years later, the same cabin has ended up in the hands of esteemed historical object conserver called Sven Harbman, waiting to be restored to its former glory. The final film we're mentioning here today is Tiramisu on the Beach. What a fantastic title. This is also on 4 votes. So we have 3 films currently in the features page that is tied on 4 votes. This is directed by Joe Brecky from the USA. The story of man and a woman, intense high-powered attorneys representing opposite sides in a sexual harassment case, who meet on the beach to discuss an out-of-court settlement. But what starts as a celebration eventually turns into a verbal war by 2 headstrong individuals bent on winning the battle of the sexes. So there we have it. That is our roundup for the Austin Lifter Film Festival this time. And Ernson, thank you so much for joining us, and hello and good morning to you too. We will be back next Monday with the 3rd roundup for the Austin Lifter Film Festival, as well as the winners announcement for the Manchester Lifter Film Festival as well. So until then, thank you so much for joining, and we cannot wait to see you back here next week. Have a lovely week. Bye bye.